All right, the Portland Trailblazers, expensive team, certainly, given the salaries that they've got on the books. But you know what? This is a team that made some serious noise in the playoffs. This is a team that you can never count out. They've always been right there, not quite ready to put them into that title contender status. But gosh, they made a really nice run, made it to the Western Conference Finals. Picked up Hassan Whiteside, which I liked, given what's going on with Nurkic and his injury. It sounded like he was going to be out for a little while, so Whiteside will be a nice fill-in there after losing Enes Kanter to the Boston Celtics. I'm a fan of Zach Collins. I like what he can do for them off the bench. Not a ton of moves to make here, but I still think the core of the Blazers is solid. At some point, I wonder if they're going to have to blow it up, but I don't think they're there yet.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I think you're going to see, let's run it back one more year. They're obviously committed to Damian Lillard as he signed a Supermax extension, which will carry through the 2024-2025 season, that sounds like it's so far away. Mm-hmm. So he is inked that added 4 years and $191 million to his contract. Yeah, so big deal out there. It is, amongst the biggest contracts that's floating around out there. But, overall, it was, that was the move they felt like they needed to make to keep him there. He wants to be there, which is pretty cool. And, this is kind of how the Supermax should work. Now, I've had a lot of people say, yeah, but now they got to pay him, $200 million. And it's like, yeah, but he's not old. He only just turned 29.
Right.
His game should age, fairly well. So, we'll see. But, and then they re-signed Rodney Hood. I like that one. They traded for Kent Bazemore, who I think should make some sense for them. Whiteside, more than capable fill-in for Nurkic till he gets back. That'll probably happen sometime, after the holidays, after the first of the year. And they still need another couple forwards. I think they're just this kind of weird mix of centers and guards. I'll tell you, though, guy who has just absolutely been on fire all summer league, everybody needs to keep an eye on Anthony Simons. He has been awesome out here. That's my guy, my Orlando kid. I'm super excited, for him. They would not even talk about him in trade talks, unless teams were really willing to pay. So I think he's going to blossom into a rotation player for them this year behind Lillard and McCollum, and I think he's going to have a big season.
I wonder, and I agree. I think that he's a nice young player for them. I wonder how much the Al-Farouq Aminu loss, he went over to the Orlando Magic, if that's going to impact them. Obviously, their wing defense, maybe Kent Bazemore helped mitigate that loss a little bit.
Yeah, I think he helps a little bit. Your thing is Aminu was like their version of Draymond Green,
right?
Where you could really, he can cover anybody 3 through 5, and that's their now they don't have that. Anthony Tolliver, I think a little bit of an underrated signing. He'll come in and play the 4 or 5 off the bench. He's one of the better shooting bigs still in the game, so it gives him a little bit more of a consistent stretch element there. But yeah, and I think, they feel like, just as you look at their roster, doesn't it feel like they've got like a trade in them somewhere in season, to make a big swing? Maybe it's finally the Kevin Love trade, we've all heard about for, feels like a million years now. Maybe they finally do that one because they really are with that big deal for Dame on the books. You are kind of pot committed, for the future here in Portland.